Coming to you from that once-forgotten artery that pulses through the center of the continental United States and into the heart of the Ozarks, Grace Matthews. Looking in from the northern border, our Canadian friend, along with his countrymen feeling the effects of U.S. political issues, Connor Murphy.
Welcome to Dueling Dialogues, episode 214. I'm Connor Murphy, here with Grace Matthews in Springfield, Missouri. Hi, Grace. How you doing?
I am doing quite well, thank you.
Good. Sick of being closed up yet?
Well, you know, I'm kind of like you. I work at home. I do a lot of my stuff at home. I do get out.
Right.
But I'm still getting out. I'm getting out with a face mask. Now, I know you're not wearing a face mask when you go out, but that's the only difference to me. I mean, I'm still not going to a couple places that I would normally go. You know, I think there are petri dishes out there. Like I used to go to the nail salon. I may never go back, you know.
Right.
It's okay. I'm not really ready to go to a eat-in restaurant, but I think they should be open, okay? I think that it should be a person's choice. So it's changed my life, but day to day, not so much.
Right. And I agree with that. I think if you're worried about coronavirus, stay at home.
Yeah.
And if you're not, go out and do what you need to do. I don't wear a mask, not really because I'm against a mask. It's because I forget that I have them in the car. I don't know. I'm just not used to this, and whatever. But I do see lots of people wearing masks. So
Yeah, I do, you know, and heaven knows, I certainly don't want to diminish the fact that there are a lot of people out there that absolutely should not be exposed to coronavirus.
Right, absolutely.
You know, I mean, they have illnesses that really do, you know, they shouldn't be out there.
Right.
You know, if you have a lung disease, for goodness gracious, be careful. And, wow, I think we have a guest here.
Oh.
There's the Hammer.
Hey.
Hi, Hammer.
What's happening?
Not much. We're just about to start talking.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk China. As the president says, China. China. Okay, the Senate passed a bill today removing what they're calling rogue Chinese companies from U.S. stock exchange. Well, you know, I'm thinking, you know, they're talking about taking our drugs away. I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but my last visit to my doctor, she really wanted me to go on the name brand thyroid medicine. And the reason she wanted to is because she was afraid the generic from China might be problematic for me to get at some point. And I really need the thyroid medicine. So my question is, are we in a Cold War with China? I mean, it's starting to look like war to me, but, you know, not the traditional guns. It's starting to remind me of the whole Cold War we had with Russia.
Yeah, I think there were some statements aimed toward China that I saw on the news today as well. So I think you guys are. Here in Canada, it's much different. Trudeau just keeps pumping sunshine up their ass. So
yeah. We need to pump something up their ass, but
probably isn't going to be sunshine.
I am so disgusted with the amount of business that we've been doing with China, especially stuff that they can control us with.
Yeah,
right.
It's that is just unimaginable to me that we would give another country, especially a communist country, the ability to control the greatest free nation in the history of time, that we would relinquish that power to someone like China. I think we were all ignorant of the fact that how much China was making of our products, and I was guilty myself. I thought it was T-shirts, hats, you know, whatever, fireworks.
Yeah.
No.
It's
It's the
everything.
important thing, yes.
It really was. It was way too much food, way too much medical supplies, pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, pretty much exactly the same north of the border too.
Yeah, and I think that, in fact, I know that Trump will make it part of his agenda to make sure that there's a cease to that. He will give, we will bring a lot of it home, but he is also encouraging businesses to look at South Korea, Vietnam, India, some places outside of China.
Right.
As far as manufacturing and, for American businesses to expand.
Right.
It still doesn't change the fact that China owns a lot. They own a lot of our debt. They own a lot of our real estate. They own a lot of some very major companies, like especially Hollywood film companies. So they've got us by the noosh for sure.
Wow.
But hopefully that will change. But anyway, we can't go too many episodes without talking Pelosi.
Right.
Pelosi turned 80, and this 80-year-old woman, who is the highest-ranking female ever in the United States, she is third in line to the presidency, started fat-shaming the president because he was taking the anti-malaria drug as a preventative drug against COVID-19. She said he was too fat to take it. Now, I don't know when she went back and became a doctor. And she said he was just like the kid that came in with mud into the house. When you get really mad at your kid when he comes in with mud. Except Trump comes in with doggy dew instead of mud on his feet.
Wow.
Now, what kind of crap is that?
Wow. Yeah.
Who would think that the Speaker of the House, the highest-ranking woman in the United States, third in line to the presidency, has got to fat-shame the president and talk about doggy dew on his shoes? I mean, theoretical, fake doggy dew. I mean, it really didn't happen.
Wow. That's really unbelievable.
And what really ticks me off is
Classless.
it looks like she had some plastic surgery on her face done over quarantine, and there weren't supposed to be any elective surgeries.
Wow. Well, maybe the gardener did it.
No, it's only for Nancy No Pants. She's the only one. She's the only
I
one
would
that
not want
gets.
to see no pants.
She's the only one that gets to do those type things because, by golly, she's entitled to it.
Oh my gosh,
Don't
that
forget.
visual.
Don't forget. Yeah, I know. I thought I'd throw that in out there for everyone just to kind of.
Cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wonder why she would have plastic surgery and not just wear a mask.
I don't know. She's wearing scarves instead. She's wearing scarves around her neck and pulling them up, and fashion. It's now becoming a fashion statement for her. I don't know if she knows that the reason a mask is better than a scarf is because you have it's tight below like the chin and around the nose. Okay. The scarf, I don't know. And when you pull it down and you touch it with your hands, you're kind of contaminating it with possibly COVID-19.
I guess. Well.
So, I mean, she's not thinking, or I don't know. Maybe
That's Aunt Nancy for you.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, so who knows? Okay, we are coming up about less than 6 months till the election.
Right.
Okay, COVID-19 is still going to be around. I mean, I think we can pretty much be for sure of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And social distancing, of course, is paramount to keeping from getting the virus. I mean, the CDC is going to come out with some new guidelines today. They're going to ease the idea that you get it off of surfaces like doorknobs so much.
Right.
But you're getting it worse than they believed in the air you share between people. In fact, they are seeing that it travels about 16 feet.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so that's going to be a problem. But, and I'm sure we'll talk about that some more once those guidelines come out. But the election, there are those that are insisting that we do the presidential election by mail. And I say, no way in hell, because you will be saying President Biden, because a lot of the people, of Trump's people, are older. They absolutely would not be able to do internet or mail. I mean, that would be confusing for them.
Right.
I believe that you can certainly have people be able to request to do it on the mail like they can now. They can request that for, certain reasons, if they're traveling or sick or whatever. Internet, same. But you cannot eliminate voting by mail. I suggest that they make it, instead of a one-day event, they make it a week-long event.
Right. That's
and
what I
maybe
was
they
just
go
going to say.
by, everybody A through F vote one day. I don't know, how they break it up.
Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. I think it's the only fair thing to do. And certainly, people that can't get out definitely deserve their ballots.
Well, we have advanced polling here, so you can go basically months before, or about a month before an election, and vote ahead of time in case you can't make it on election day. So you can just show up and vote.
If they do this by mail or online, the Dems will get so many more votes, and that's what they want. Just like they want to give it to the prisoners. They want to give it to the illegal aliens. They want to give it to anybody that can fog a mirror they think should be able to vote. It doesn't matter if they have any.
I know. Oliver got his voting card today.
I guess our golden doodle's going to be a voter too, I guess. It's getting ridiculous. You've got dead people voting now.
Yeah,
they're coming up out of the grave to vote, which.
Well, I tell you what, the
like
Hammers.
the
My dad ended up on a voting sheet, but the Hammers' dad ended up in Jamaica, New York, after he passed away.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And I can guarantee you, my father never stepped foot in New York.
So anyway, and that's got to stop, and they've got to figure that out. But and every time President Trump has tried to get to the bottom of dead people voting, the Dems have put a roadblock in front of him. So
right,
they kind of like dead people voting. But anyway, Hunter Biden, we've talked about him tons of times, but a Senate committee has authorized the subpoena of Hunter Biden's Burisma investigation. I think that's a big deal. And I tell you why I think it's a big deal, because already, just since this came out, which was like yesterday, we already have a leaked phone call between Joe Biden and the former leader of the Ukraine. And it's supposed to be juicy.
Oh.
I'm hoping that we get to hear it soon.
Yeah.
But, Hunter Biden is kind of a waste of life. What could he offer Burisma oil except for access to the White House? I mean, he's a cocaine addict. A really bad one. So, I mean, what could he offer? What did he offer except access? There's nothing else he has.
Yeah.
And nobody, you know how it is. Nobody does something for nothing.
Exactly.
Well, and while his daddy is vice president of the United States, he gets kicked out of the military for cocaine. How bad do you think his habit was?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I say, well, that's right. Okay. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court denied House Democrats information about Mueller's grand jury. And I called it Mueller's grand jury, but it was the grand jury that, assessed the Mueller investigation. Right. Now, why in the hell did they think it would be legal for a grand jury's investigation to be exposed? I mean, everybody knows that that's why you get the secret grand jury together. So they go over this information, look at it, Nobody knows about it if there's nothing there. And they certainly don't know the people that go over it.
Right.
It's dangerous for those people.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
Well, the Dems always have a different way of looking at things. I mean, their way is, it's our way when we want it. It's your way when we want it. In other words, they have rules for themselves no matter what it is, as long as it works for them.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, they make them up as they go along. Well,
I think
this
they
would
have
be a good rule.
narcissistic personality disorder.
Yeah, they do.
It's a group thing. Okay, we've talked about this a lot, and I cannot believe that it's going to go so easy for Laurie Loughlin and her husband Massimo. They both have agreed to plead guilty to conspiracy charges. Laurie will get only 2 months. Remember how everybody's saying 20 years?
Right.
And a $150,000 fine. Massimo will get 5 months and $250,000 fine. Both will have 2 years supervised. I assume that just means parole.
Right.
And community service. Now, remember how they were going to spend the rest of their damn life in jail for this?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. They're going to sell their house and, say goodbye to their kids and stuff. I don't know.
Well, they were making a statement with them. Definitely.
Yeah, they were. And I don't know. It seems like that, they pleaded not guilty in the beginning of this. They cost the court all this money, and they're going to get less time than they would have had they just pleaded guilty in the beginning.
Exactly.
And I thought you were supposed to get more time if you cost the court time and money.
Right.
I don't know. Laurie Loughlin's just not that cute to me. Massimo, on the other hand, I don't know, maybe.
I think they should have made them build a building.
Yeah.
And given it to the school.
Yeah.
Or somebody, I mean, they're awfully easy for that.
Well, yeah, I mean, like $400,000 to people that, they have millions and millions of dollars. I think this is like petty money.
It's like a parking ticket to me.
Yeah, it is like a parking ticket, exactly. So, I don't know. I don't think that's fair.
Well, if you're going to put them in for only 2 months or whatever, or 5 months,
Yeah.
do hard time.
Yeah.
Put them in the prison population.
Or they're working on the roads.
Yeah,
in the chain gang.
Like Cool Hand Luke. Let them out there in the chain gang for a while and let them pound some rock or build a road.
Oh my gosh! Can you see Laurie Loughlin on the chain gang?
She's an actress. She ought to be able to adapt to any role.
There you go.
Yeah, she should be able to. That's for sure.
I mean, come on. Use those skills and talent.
Oh my goodness. Okay, unemployment. Okay, what we did was we created unemployment benefits that were kind of nationwide, and we've never really done that before because, it costs more to live in, say, New York City than it does in Springfield, Missouri.
Right.
So people in New York get more when they're unemployed. Well, instead we decided to make it $600 for everyone a week, okay, during the coronavirus. And at first I thought that was okay because people couldn't go to work. Well, now they still have the benefits, and it's more than they would make if they would go back to work. And these are healthy people we're talking about.
Right.
What kind of mess did we create? We're trying to open up America. We are offering people more to stay home than to go back to work. Some businesses are unable to open because the employees won't come back yet.
Yeah. I think those benefits are going to stop incredibly fast once this is kind of when the world opens up again. I just have that feeling that they're going to realize that. Yeah.
Today, the stock market dropped a bit because we had another 2.4 million people file for unemployment benefits. Now, most of the countries opening back up, we should not have had that. The only reason we did is because they're getting more money to stay home.
Yeah, I think some businesses are not going to survive though too. So they might be
Oh,
legitimate claims, you know.
Oh, I do believe that there's a lot of businesses. Well, we know that because, for example, JCPenney's filed bankruptcy. I don't know. They said in our town that like Sears may not open back up. Pier 1 is going out of business, and that's like 525 stores. I know they had already closed in Canada. Gordman's, another chain. There's going to be a lot of casualties, but these guys were already casualties.
Right.
Pier 1 had filed bankruptcy
Before,
in, February,
Yeah.
I think, and pulled out of Canada. What, last year? Last fall or something?
I'm not sure if they all pulled out of Canada. I think they may have kept some stores open.
Well, I thought they did, but the
question.
report I read said they pulled all of the stores back.
Well, could be.
That may have been last week. They pulled the remaining
Could
ones.
be.
You don't.
Truly, I haven't been in the mall in about a year, so
Yeah.
could be.
Forgot to bring up the most important one.
What?
Victoria's Secret.
Oh, Victoria's
What
Secret
about
until.
hard-working, intelligent models?
Exactly, those sticks.
What they've used their brains for years
When they put the
perfecting these
angel wings
walks.
on. I will tell you though, the store in Manhattan is pretty impressive.
Yeah,
I
but-
took you there.
Yes, and I liked it, and I'm gonna miss it.
That's where the angels hang out. You know, the Victoria's Secret angels.
I'm
Yeah.
truly
You
going
will.
to miss it because
Yeah. I don't think they're closing that store though. Are
you
they?
can always go in there and waste 30 minutes to an hour enjoyably.
Well, they can always make masks. Oh, I guess not.
Yeah.
It's just a piece of string around your ears.
Oh gosh. It looks
Well,
like
That's usually all they're wearing is just a piece of string.
Yeah. So.
Well, we mentioned earlier that Trudeau was singing China's praises. Trudeau did a big gun grab here in Canada, made 1,500 assault-style weapons illegal, but in doing so, basically made the shotgun illegal.
Which is crazy. What do people do out in the Sasquatch?
Yeah, exactly. It's a little ridiculous. Only also that some of the aid for some of the larger corporations, the companies would have to agree to a $60 million loan, and they would have to give up a stake in the company to the government. So sounds a lot like China, doesn't it?
I was going to say,
That is so communistic. I mean, that is disturbing.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's not even socialistic. That's communistic.
You bet.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And
I guess he's not a member of the National Gun Association.
NRA.
Yeah. He's
I don't
probably
think
never
so.
touched one. Tell you the truth.
No. Well, I don't know. He was a drama teacher. Maybe he did a little acting with one.
His gun was
I mean,
plastic.
we know that he painted himself in acting
One that
class.
shoots a little flag out that says shoot or bang.
Yeah. Well, he reminds me a lot lately because he comes out of his little cottage there to give his daily COVID briefing thing, and then he goes back inside. He reminds me of that Puskatani Phil.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He comes out and looks to see if the shadow. Trudeau comes out of his cottage and just checks to see if everybody still hates him, and he goes back inside till tomorrow. So
Is Sophie still with him, or no?
I have no idea. I don't think they're together.
Because that's kind of the talk in Canada. Are they really still together or not?
Yeah, nobody really knows. I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I don't know if we've ever mentioned it before. Brad Pitt is a native of Springfield, Missouri,
Yeah,
and
had no idea.
yeah. And although he did not go to school there, he did send a message to Missouri State University graduates.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, probably Skype or something. But it was really neat, and we got to see his COVID-19 hairstyle. It's very, long, bowlish.
Right.
Bowlish long. It looks like the hair of, that Keith Urban.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Brad Pitt now has his hairstyle, but we really appreciate him sending a message to the Missouri State University graduates, and
Cool.
Hope he stays more in tune with them in the future. That would be good. Okay, fashion. I know you're so worried about fashion, guys, but the Vogue editor says the coronavirus has been a catastrophic problem for the fashion industry. I mean, what do you wear around your house? I mean, I've gone to leggings and t-shirts.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's going to be out there buying designer stuff. They don't care.
Yeah, they have nowhere to wear it. It depends which area of fashion, because the magazine part of it, I think we're looking at a possible spike in magazine work. So when fashion related. So
okay,
I don't know.
So would you say that? And I know you operate really close to this industry, but do you think that Vogue is on the downturn? And maybe she's full of malarkey?
Well, it depends. I think she's talking about, okay, there's no fashion shows, so there's no place to showcase fashion.
Well, you can still do a photo shoot with social distancing.
Yeah, exactly. And there's magazines still operating very successfully, them being one of them.
Exactly.
So I don't know. I don't think it's going to hurt every area of fashion. But yeah, it's definitely an effect.
People want different fashion, and maybe you got to think about that.
Right.
I mean,
don't buy your clothes off Wish.com.
That's right.
Okay, and what about hairstyles? I don't know. Do you think that COVID-19 hairstyles will mimic those of the 1980s punk era?
Well, I'll be back in style then.
Well, but are we working towards the 1970s hippie look or beatnik look, or what are we looking for? Because I'm seeing a lot of guys going around with almost a mullet and spiked hair.
That's true. I think they ought to bring back the Beetle cut. The bowl
the
cut.
bowl cut. Yeah.
Yeah, that way they all look the same, and it would be cool.
Yeah, that works.
Pop it made it for about 10 years.
I think I'm going to get a haircut right after I'm done recording, because I can't stand it anymore.
Oh my gosh! Do you guys have the salons open?
They opened this week apparently with some strict rules, which I am not really privy to. But yeah,
you're going to find out, huh?
I guess I will find out soon. Yeah. So, but. Anyways, we can agree this has really been some strange times.
Absolutely. And we don't always agree, but life's a journey, and we're all in this together, especially now that the COVID-19 came along.
You bet.
So Godspeed, Connor. Godspeed to the Hammer and all of our friends out there. Thanks for listening.
Godspeed, Grace, and thanks for listening, everyone.
Bye now.